Bobby, all I can say is just go. I mean,
go. Well, where are you going to go? It wasn't that long ago we were in the penthouse, and now we're in the outhouse. And that might be speaking a few kind words. Because that was like, no, your job is you got to go clean the outhouse now. You're not just going to the outhouse, you got to clean it. Now, I don't know if they clean it, if that'll make a difference going forward in the future. That was embarrassing, to say the least. We're not, okay, we're playing like we're the Jets or something. I mean, that should never be the case. Now, I know you have all these injuries and all that, but that was an embarrassing performance. I mean, even Las Vegas didn't get it right. You lose by 25 points. The point spread should have been double digits. Not like, it was just a debacle. And we have been made for prime time. We're low spalled since 2006. We've been dominant in prime time. Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, holidays, whatever. Christian, we ain't playing Thanksgiving next year, Thanksgiving night. After that, is no entertainment. If you look at one point, we had 64 yards total in the first half. 64, not in a quarter. We had 64 in the first half. We've been not good in all season on third down. We ended up 5 of 14, and that actually was pretty good considering we were 0 for 9 at one point. Well, how are you going to win if you can't have sustained drives? We were 0 for 9. We ended up 5 of 14, so that's misleading. And even our defense, that's supposed to be where our bread and butter to kind of carry us. But even when we're getting turnovers, we're not winning. That's not the sign of a good football team right now. We gave up 62%, 8 of 13. Anything mid to high 40s conversion rate is getting it done offensively. Well, the Bills end up being 62%. We end up being +1 in the turnover margin, and the game wasn't even close. At one point, we were +2, and the game wasn't even close. Like, that shows you we're not a good team right now. Whenever you're at that point where you're taking away the football and you don't have an opportunity to score or control the game, is very humiliating, very humbling. And if you don't convert on third down, they end up having the ball 9 minutes more than the Saints. I mean, I have to look what happened in the first half. It probably was even worse than that when all said and done, Christian. You know what's it shows you how quickly things could change. The Bills Mafia, they can talk a bunch of smack and all that, but they haven't dominated the Saints organization. They have not. And under Sean Payton, Sean Payton was 3-0. Now he's 3-1. What have you done for him lately? No, he got spanked. He got embarrassed. We were on a 5-game winning streak against the Bills. The last 5 times we played them, now we're 5-1. But we have not had a home field advantage against the Buffalo Bills. We are now 3-4 all time against the Buffalo Bills in Tulane Stadium and the Mercedes-Benz Superdome and Caesars Superdome, just the dome, okay, the home field. We 3 wins and 4 losses against the Bills. Then when you look at it, okay, but we got a great home field advantage. And look at the losing streak now when we're playing in the Superdome. You have to look at where we're at right now. They're now 4-game skid since 2015. What we were in 2015, Christian?
7-9.
Okay, we were 7-9. Well, you might be a prophet, Christian. You kind of said, I don't know, they might be a 7-10 type team. I said, Christian, they'll be at least 8-9.
The reason why I said that is because they have stars, right? They have playmakers, but they don't have great depth. Those 2017, 18, 19, and 20 teams had great depth.
Well, it just shows you how quickly things could change. The last 4 seasons, no one won more games than the New Orleans Saints in the National Football League. But look how that seems ancient. It seems like ancient history right now. And it wasn't that long ago we're feeling all good about ourselves when we beat Tampa Bay. I'm not even counting the Packers.
Right.
Then you lay an egg against Atlanta and all that, and all of a sudden, like, man, it was a very promising season. Now, you say, we're a 500 team. We might not even be a 500 team. And that's very humbling. That's a humiliating experience when you're part of that. And, Christian, looking at the dome field advantage, like I was saying, The Saints have now lost. We 1-4. Okay. You don't want to come to the Caesar Superdome, or you don't want to come to the Superdome. Chris, the last 5 games we played here, we've only won 1. We 1-4. We've been actually better road warriors. Now, it didn't happen against the Eagles, but overall, when you look at it, so it's very humbling. It's embarrassing. I don't even know, I see too many missed tackles. Like, I'm looking at Marcus Williams a couple of times. Okay, he ended up with 9 total tackles. I seen him miss 2 significant tackles. Demario Davis had only 1 tackle against the Eagles. Today he had 10, 6 unassisted. I thought Bradley Roby was more involved, but they picked on him a few times. He ended up with an interception, pass defended, had 7 unassisted, 8 total tackles. I would say, you say diamond in the rough, Carl Grandison. Considering we don't have Davenport, we don't have Passanio. I'm looking at him. He had a sack. It's not, like you said, you play in the highlights. What are we playing? Bills highlights? No, it's embarrassing. It's very humbling. Why wasn't Taysom Hill playing? You don't think Sean Payton would want to play Taysom Hill if he would help us win and he's ready to roll? I mean, ready to roll because we still have a lot of the season left, right? And it's not his concussion. His head is healed. I mean, now he might get another concussion. I don't know. But right now his head is healed. It's his foot.
Yep.
And if you're not full speed, Sean looks at it twofold. And you're going to say, well, why was he active? Because you can do some things to protect yourself, and I think they don't trust Ian Book right now to go in an actual NFL game to be a quarterback. That's why Taysom, he was standing on the sideline like he was in the Eagles game. But I think going into this game, because it was such a short week, they did not practice. Think about this. It was all walkthroughs.
Yeah. Then
you got to play the game on Thursday. I think truly I'd be shocked if Taysom Hill's not the starting quarterback from the Dallas game on. Nothing against Trevor Siemian. Now, you be the emergency guy because you have some experience. But I think they want Taysom Hill to have a whole week of practice, getting the reps, and then hopefully be able to contribute at a high level. And then not just manage the game, but a high level against Dallas come next Thursday night. That's what I think. And maybe Alvin Kamara, I don't know how hurt his knee is. The NFL, the way they are, they kind of say, oh, it's his knee. Well, that could be a lot of things. It could be really serious or just something that's going to take a few weeks to heal. They don't ever let you know. It's just the way it is. So right now, we've been snake bit as far as the injuries on offense. But when you look on the defense, what's our excuse? I think our damn defense is not as good as they think they are.
The Juice Boys.
The juice boxes. Juice boys. Juice what? It's like in the playground. Oh, the kid, my mom's making me play out here. When do we get our juice boxes? Well, participation trophy. Give me a juice box now. I'm kind of hot, so I need something.
Can I jump in here real quick?
Yeah, go ahead, for sure.
This is something that really got under my skin today. Marshawn Lattimore got beat a few times today. He makes one play,
God.
And he does this little dance and a handshake. I mean, you're down 24-0.
And he got beat for 2 touchdowns, a highest paid cornerback, and he's dapping, doing this and that, and then some jig or some dancing. What? Be humble. Now, if you do a game-winning play, you can dance your ass off. I'm all for that. But you got to keep that in perspective. Do you not have enough intelligence to understand that's not a game-defining play? No,
you did your job.
It's your job. You got burned for 2 touchdowns. Come on. So you can go on and evaluate a Christian.
And here's why you can be highly critical of Marshawn Lattimore, because they're paying him.
They're paying him. They are paying him. People might say, well, we paid Taysom Hill. When are we going to play him? I would be shocked, and I would get on Sean Payton more if he is not playing in that Dallas game. And I think he will be. I think going forward, he'll be the quarterback. And look at the parity. I mean, there's a bunch of teams around 500. I don't know, 9 wins might get you in the playoffs this year. Right now, the way we lost against the Eagles and the Bills, Christian, I'm looking at dogfight Monday Night Football against the Dolphins. You look at the Jets, I don't know. You'd be confident right now we're going to go on the road and beat Tampa Bay?
No.
So I'm thinking, man, 8-9, that's where it might end up.